welcome everyone. Yes, I'm really excited. I've actually been in this industry now since 1979 and have the good fortune of being in the right place at the right time with the right company a couple of times, and have had some amazing, amazing success with this fantastic industry. But I have never been more excited than I am right now with GreenFoot Global. This is going to be just a phenomenon that you're so lucky to have gotten the early call, because after 32 years, I have learned that you need to have 5 key elements as you look at a new company. You have to have a strong, solid company. You have to have a product that's unique and emotional and consumable. You have to have huge trends pushing you in huge markets you're entering. You have to have perfect timing in the economy as well as in the company, and you have to have a compensation plan that rewards people at every level. So what we're going to do over the next 20 minutes or so is we're just going to put GreenFoot Global under that microscope and see how it measures up to those 5 key elements. Let's talk a little bit about the company background. Actually, GreenFoot was an affiliate marketing company since 2009, and with amazing success. This was a one-level affiliate company that had over 4,000 customers with a 100% money-back guarantee, and to date, not a single person returned their product. Now, anybody who's been in business before knows that no matter what you're marketing, you're going to have a 1 or 2% return ratio, and here there was 0. GreenFoot is just now in its pre-launch, and even though everything is set up, we have everything in place, we are completely debt-free with a substantial line of credit, plenty of money behind it. We are embracing technology, just now starting our international expansion, and there's over 200 years of corporate and field experience behind the company. I want to introduce you to just part of our dream team. Ralph Flynn is a 42-year veteran of the industry. He's been president and CEO of a number of companies, is now on board with GreenFoot. Jeb McCandless is the former CEO of Yosana. You've probably heard of that $100 million company. Now part of the team, Dr. Jerry Johnson. He's a PhD, published author, and has got an excess of 25 years in the industry as president and CEO of numerous networking companies. Now on the team, myself and others to be introduced shortly. So as you can see, we've got this really great corporate team. So let's talk a little bit about the product. Everybody's talking about going green, but what if there was a product that you could put into your vehicle, whether it's your car or your truck or your motorcycle or your boat, no matter what it is, that lowered emissions by as much as 75%? What if it could also improve performance and power of the engine? What if it could extend the longevity of your engine, allow you to use lower octane, and do all of this at no cost to the user for free? Folks, this is a game changer. This is the perfect product at the perfect time. I want to introduce you to a product called ENVIROTABS. And ENVIROTABS is a tablet that you put into the car just before you fill up, and it actually does all of those things. It doesn't matter whether you're using gasoline or ethanol or diesel or biodiesel, because it doesn't work on the fuel. It works on the engine. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Now, let's first of all talk about how it works. This is not a fuel additive. It actually does not alter the fuel in any way. You put it into the tank, you fill up. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's completely dissolved 100% before you even are done filling up. Nothing gets past the fuel filter in particulate matter. It actually works in the combustion chamber. And what it does in the combustion chamber is it puts this nano-coating catalyst on what we call the fire deck, and that's the top of the piston, the side of the cylinder walls, and the valve heads. And what that catalyst does, it helps the fuel burn quicker. Well, if more of the fuel is burning in what's called the power stroke, less of it is therefore burning in the exhaust stroke. So you get more power, you get better fuel mileage, you get less emissions. And there is nothing on the market that I have seen that works as well or like this. This is a one-of-a-kind product. Well, when I first started working with this technology, and have been working with it now actually for a number of years, I had basically 2 questions. Is it going to blow up my car? Number 1, is it safe? So let's talk about it. The technology is patent pending and has been used for decades. It's got literally 20-plus million miles of double-blind studies. It's EPA registered. Now, what does that mean? In order to get EPA registration, you need to supply a $250,000 Tier 1 test to receive EPA registration. And when the EPA registers the product, which they have for ENVIROTABS, their statement is very simple. And EPA registration means it's no more dangerous for the car or for the environment than the fuel it's in. So it cannot hurt your car. Now, on top of that, in 1978, Congress passed a law called the Magnuson-Moss Act that stated that any product that's EPA registered cannot, by law, invalidate new car warranties. On top of that, we have $1 million policy per occurrence for insurance purposes. Never need it, but we've got it. The product, as I said earlier, does nothing to the fuel. It's 100% active ingredients. In fact, not only is it safe for your car, it actually extends the life of your engine. Now, it can reduce emissions by up to 75%, and this is very important. What if we could reduce the emissions of just 10% of the vehicles in the world? Do you, number one, know what we could do as a company, how important that is? And number two, the potential volume that would mean? Here's our chance for everyone listening to do their part to lower their carbon footprint and maybe more importantly, help a whole lot of others do exactly the same. The reason we call it free to use is because it'll save you money at the pump. So we're going to use just a 10% increase, and we've got people who have gotten substantially better results than that. But let's just say that you normally get about 20 miles per gallon, and you get just a 10% increase. Well, now you're up to 22 miles per gallon. Well, 2 miles per gallon more is an extra 40 miles per tank. At $2.50 a gallon, which, by the way, is low for just about anybody in the country and very low for those of you in Canada and Europe, that means you're saving $50 on a $20 purchase. Now, can I ask you a question? Would you buy a $50 bill for $20? Well, of course you would. Could you sell a $50 bill for $20? Of course you could. This product is amazing. You don't ask people to spend money. You ask people to save money. It's at very least free to use, and that's our guarantee to people. If it's not free to use, you'll get your money back. So you can lower your emissions, you can increase your power, you can increase your performance, you can increase the longevity of the engine. What we're going to do is we're going to just hear from some people who are actually using the product.
This is Greg from Chicago. First of all, I was really excited about this product, but I did want to find out if it did actually do what it says it does and reduce our emissions. I had it tested before I put the tabs in, put the ENVIROTABs in. Went back a week later. Our hydrocarbons went from 60, dropped down to 14, which was huge. Very excited that it actually works, and now I know that I'm not only saving money, but I'm also helping clean the air that we breathe.
My name is Lenny from Delaware. The ENVIROTAB, it's clean. And I could tell as soon as I put it in my truck. It's helping the environment, it's helping people. I have had no complaints at all, none.
This is Christopher in Colorado. I've seen an 18% increase in my miles per gallon.
My name is George from Michigan. I've seen results right away in my car. I drive a 2009 Scion XB. After I put the ENVIROTABs in, I got an increase of 4 miles per gallon more by using ENVIROTABs.
I'm pretty heavy on the pedal, and I'm getting about a 12 to 14% increase in mileage. My daughter, who drove the car when on dry pavement, was like spinning rubber, and she's like, whoa, I can't believe the extra power your vehicle has. Those ENVIROTABs are really working.
I've got a 97 Q45 Infinity. One thing I know is for sure, my car's got a lot more pep.
It's Harvey calling from Idaho. Immediately, I noticed a great difference in performance, even though I used regular instead of the premium. So I'm really happy with the savings between the different grades of gas plus the performance that ENVIROTABs are giving me. I'm a mailman, and I had somebody on my route that bought a pack, and she had used the product and stopped me right on the route and said, I really want to thank you for selling me this product. She says, my Aerostar was not running very good, and I thought I'd really have to go get a tune-up. But she said it's just starting right up and just running perfectly now, and she just can't be happier.
I'm in the auto glass business, and I got one of my Chevy dealers to sell it through their parts department, which is really exciting.
Yeah, this is a very exciting one for me because I put a guy in that wouldn't even join for free. He just flat out told me he didn't believe in this. And I said, well, look, Dave, I'm going to send you a month's supply of the product on the condition that you give it a thorough test. Will you do that for me? He says, yes. And he actually got 4.5 miles per gallon better than he did on highway driving with the same vehicle, and he was just ecstatic. He bought the $199 package, and he's in it for good. When that happens, when you put somebody in, you give them the product, and they're reluctant to take it, and you get a testimony like that, I couldn't believe it, you know.
We've got literally thousands of testimonies just like that. Okay, this is just some of the research we've got on the product. As you can see at the bottom, we've got Tallinn University. That's a technical university in Europe. And these are 3 different test vehicles, all diesels, 16.9% increase, 12.3% increase, 13.6% increase, not to mention the Southwest Research Institute testing. We've got dyno testing. It's amazing just how much testing is behind the product. One of the keys here is to capture a trend. And for most people, they know that green is no longer a color. It's this giant movement, but they don't know how to participate in it. This is your chance to participate in the green movement, do something good, go green, help a whole lot of other people do the same, and make a ton of money if you want to as well. So let's talk a little bit about how we make money, and there's basically 5 ways to make money with the GreenFoot compensation plan. Let's go to retail sales first. Now, the retail sales, this is not door-to-door selling. This is not party plan. This is not hitting your friends over the head, asking them to do something they don't want to do. Simply, all you have to do is talk about the product. Again, could you sell a $50 bill for $20? This product is the easiest product to sell because everybody wants to save money. Everybody wants to go green. If you talk about it, you'll sell it. You can get a 30% profit for doing it, and you can also send people to your GreenFoot website, and there's a shopping cart there where people can purchase product. The next way to make money is through fast start bonuses, and this is where you begin to introduce people to the business, and if they buy an optional product package, you receive anywhere from $25 to $150 in fast start bonus. And you're probably saying, well, how in the world do I introduce people to the company and get them to purchase this product package? You put them in front of this presentation. It is just that simple. And you'll receive, depending on the package you bought and the package they purchased, between $25 and $150 in fast start bonus. Now, this next slide is probably the most important business lesson I ever learned, and that is the difference between a linear income and a leverage income. With a linear income, you exchange time for money, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. And the problem with a linear income, at least if your goal is to make a lot of money and to have the time freedom to enjoy it, is there simply aren't enough hours in a week to exchange for money enough time to create wealth. But how would you like to be in a dozen places at once and derive income from each one of those places, or 100 places at once and derive income from each one of those places, or perhaps 1,000 places at once and derive income from each one of those places? J. Paul Getty said it best. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. He wasn't lazy, he was smart. He understood the power of leverage. If you really want to create wealth and have the time to enjoy it, you need to divorce yourself from the generation of your income. You need to be able to make money even if you're sleeping. So let's see how that pertains to GreenFoot. We have what's called a binary cycle bonus. And with that, you simply introduce one person and you put them on your left side, what we call your left sales team, and then you introduce a second person and you put them on your right sales team. And again, introducing people is as simple as putting them in front of this presentation. And they will have a few retail customers, and they'll have some other people who they bring in, and they'll have retail customers. And what happens is the computer accumulates the volume that you create through sampling the product, through retailing the product, through people becoming distributors with the product. And as soon as you have a minimum of $300 worth of group sales volume, GSV on one side, and $600 of group sales volume on the other side, the computer circles that $900 and kicks out a $40 cycle bonus to you. And then it goes down and looks for another $600 on one side, another $300 on the other side, circles that, kicks out another $40 cycle bonus to you. So this is how the two different sales teams look. And if you'll notice, you're putting people personally there, but the people who invited you to listen to this are also putting people there. And since they only have two sales teams, you'll get what's called spillover. And you'll begin to see people underneath you who you don't even know. You will love them, you just won't know them. And they will help you cycle as well. And you have the earning potential of earning up to $10,000 per week per business center. Now, will everybody make that kind of money? Of course not. But those of you who are interested in working hard and doing what needs to be done, the future is amazing. Now, the third way we make money is with the matching bonuses. And the matching bonuses say that everybody you personally introduce, when they cycle, you'll participate not just in the cycle bonus, but you'll also get a matching bonus of 20% every time they cycle. And when those people introduce people and they cycle, you'll get a 15% matching bonus on what we call second-generation people. And when they introduce people who are what we call your third generation, you'll get a 10% matching bonus as well, all the way down to 5 different generations. So let me give you a theoretical example. Let's say you just introduced 10 people, and those people do the same. So 10 introduces 10. Now you have 10 that you personally introduced. 100 that they introduced, and let's say those 100 people introduced just 10 each. Now you have 1,000 people that they introduced. You'll receive 20% matching bonus on the 10 that you introduced, a 15% matching bonus on the 100 that they introduced, and a 10% matching bonus on the 1,000 that they introduced, on top of the cycle pay, on top of the fast start, on top of the retail profit. And our last way to make money is what we call our leadership coding bonus. Starting at the executive level, everyone in what we call your executive code, so from the day you become an executive on, they're all coded to you, and you receive up to a $15 commission on every product package that is purchased in your entire coded organization down to infinity. When you advance to vice president, you receive up to $30 on every person in your vice presidential code down to infinity. When you are senior vice president, from the time you're senior vice president on, every person that joins in your entire organization in your senior vice president code, you get up to $45 commission on every single one of them when they join, and on the presidential, up to $60 on everyone in your presidential code. Now, as a theoretical, what if you just had 500 people in your presidential code, and you were receiving up to $60 on each one of them, on top of your matching bonuses, on top of your binary cycles, on top of your fast start, on top of your retail profit? Now, obviously not everybody's going to make big money. Some people want to make a car payment or house payment. Some people want to quit their full-time jobs and go full-time with GreenFoot. And some people want to hit a financial home run. The compensation plan here will allow anybody to participate if they're willing to work hard and spend the time it takes. Now, if you don't understand this right now, the compensation plan, that's fine. You're really not supposed to understand everything. This is really just an overview, just to find out, are we right for you or are you right for us? But as you begin to understand the power of this compensation plan, I virtually guarantee you're going to lose sleep at night. And if you look at what some of the experts are saying in network marketing, Warren Buffett has just bought his third network marketing company. Why would one of the richest men in the world do something that wasn't, first of all, legal, legit, and profitable? And the bottom of this slide is a quote from Fortune magazine that says, despite the sputtering economy, independent contractors are re-energizing the U.S. retail industry through the art of direct selling, network marketing. The direct selling industry, with the U.S. sales of nearly $28 billion, is exploding, with almost 12 million Americans and Canadians participating in the industry. Well, the last question you should have is about timing, because timing is what? Everything, right? And all companies go through stages of timing. And the first stage is the formulation stage. The company has no product recognition, they have no media attention, and they grow into what's called critical mass. Critical mass is where the masses reposition their thinking from an area of indifference to that product and company to I've got to have that no matter what. And you've all seen critical mass before. In 1985, for instance, Reebok was this $50 tennis shoe when everyone else was selling tennis shoes for $20, and people thought it was crazy. But as soon as they hit $50 million in sales, they went to what's called critical mass, and 1 year later, they were doing $500 million of the business. Every company that hits that $40 to $50 million threshold jumps 3 to 6 times the following year. And I experienced that. In 1988, I got involved in a skincare company, and they did $40 million of the business the following year, and that was critical mass. In 1989, they did $40 million. In 1990, they jumped to $230 million. And in 1991, they jumped to $500 million of sales. Now, I want you to imagine going from $40 million to $500 million in 3 years. Everybody who got in early and worked really hard participated. You see, critical mass, when the tide comes in, it raises all boats. In that 3-year window, that company paid me $2.6 million in commissions. And I wish I could tell you it's because I'm brilliant. But it wasn't about me. It was the right company at the right time with the right product. Now look at where we are. We're at the beginning of formulation. By the way, the people got in that skincare company at formulation earlier than me and worked really hard were paying taxes more than I was earning. They made huge money. This is a strong, solid company with an amazing product, with an unbelievable compensation plan, and you are here first. Well, as you examine the key elements of this company, you can see it's all here. Strong, solid company with an unbelievable management team. a product that's unique and visual and emotional and consumable. Huge markets and trends for the product, unbelievable timing, and a compensation plan that'll work for everybody. So let's talk a little bit about how you get started. The only thing you have to do is get what we call our starter package, which is a $49.95 website and training fee. And for your $49, you get a complete website, you get your own shopping cart, you get your back office accounting system, you see everything that's happening in your organization, and a full year of training and support. You also get to purchase the products that we talked about at wholesale. Now, I've never seen anybody talk honestly about products they've never tried. So we have some optional product packages that we recommend. We have a basic package that comes with 10 test drive kits. And in the test drive kit is a CD with one of the scientists. It's literature. It's the 10-pack of the product, and you get 10 of those in the basic pack. The builder pack, you get 20 of those, and the leader pack, you get 30 of those. Now, any way you start is fine. The interesting thing about this, because of the Fast Start Commission, you're going to receive commissions back that will allow you to get all your money back if you just introduce 4 people. And the reason you need to understand that is people will typically do what you do. So if you get the basic pack, they'll get the basic pack. With the basic pack, you get a $50 Fast Start. If you bought a basic pack and sell it, you introduce 4 people, you're in for free. With the leader pack, you get a $150 Fast Start bonus. So you introduce 4 people, you're in for free. So either way, whether you get the basic or the builder or the leader pack, you're in for free. The reason we love the leader pack is because it gives you more product. It's because it allows you to duplicate down your organization more volume. It gives you 3 times the earning potential. With the leader pack, you get 3 business centers. And each business center allows you to earn up to $10,000 per week. You can eventually build up to 4 legs, 3 times the money, for twice the work. Now, again, it doesn't really matter which way you start. If you're a leader, get the larger package. If you want to just get your feet wet, get the smaller package, because no matter how you get in, if you introduce 4 people to this presentation who become distributors and get the same product package, you're in for free. Doing the larger package just allows you to grow quicker, make a lot more money. We are just beginning. But as we take this thing international, this is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And it isn't theory. We already know the product is amazingly effective. We already know this method of distribution is amazingly effective. We already know that the timing is unbelievable and that this compensation plan is proven and then some. The question is, who of you will be coming with us? I hope it's you. Talk to the person that invited you on this presentation. If they feel you qualified, they'll show you everything you need to do. Thanks so much for listening. Look forward to meeting you in person.